If you've seen any of my uploads, you'll know that one of my big interests is in using writing and teaching poetry with younger pupils. But for now, I just want to read poems in which I've been thinking about writing, reading, the internet and mobile phones. And one of the ones I've written, this one, which I turned into a t-shirt, seems to have got quite a bit of interest when I've been outside walking and also inside school. So here they are. This one. Words are building blocks, words are glue. Everything else is up to you. Or if you want to think about it in a slightly different way, words are like Lego blocks, click together in endless ways. Use your imagination. Words can so easily amaze. I think in pictures. That's something I've often mentioned when I've uploaded my own poems. Try thinking in pictures. Run the film in your head. Find the best words to turn them into writing to be read. On the other hand, of course, pictures can paint 1,000 words, and that led to this. If a picture paints 1,000 words, a poem can do the same, capturing an idea or emotion with the simplest of palettes or frame. Imagination is a big thing. It's something we don't think about enough, especially with young children who may not be read to when they're very little children before school. It's criminal how many children come to school and they can't even read a few basic letters or basic words. Imagination is a muscle. Exercise it and have fun. The more you try to use it, the stronger it becomes. Slightly more obscure, and this has also been turned into a t-shirt. This one needs a bit more thought to work out what I meant. Words written, unread, unheard, ashes in the wind, a silent, unseen bird. When children write stories and poems, any form of writing actually, you often hear, I don't know what to write, can't think of any ideas. Think of each story you write as a world that you create. You're the one in control. Only you can decide its fate. Or, if you're stuck for an idea for a story or poem or letter, think about your own experience. There really is nothing that's better. Using the word edit, E-D-I-T, I wrote an acrostic because we teach a lot about writing poetry and writing stories and reports and all sorts of other writing. But do we teach enough about editing? Okay. And I find that in the editing process, that actually is much more interesting and exciting and often more creative. So, E-D-I-T. Every time you write something, don't just stop after the last letter. It always pays to read it through, to polish it and make it better. I recently published a whole load of poems for the school where I volunteer. In fact, it's that book behind me. And on that there are 2 poems. They're linked. So the first one, a child with a book is richer by far than a child with a screen and an avatar. But on the other hand, of course, the internet is a wonderful place to expand and feed your mind. But please don't believe everything that you see or read or find. And that set me off thinking about the internet and mobile phones. It's amazing how many young children are allowed to go on TikTok, Facebook and WhatsApp. Oh, my parent says it's okay, my dad says it's fine. Legally it's not, okay? Parents can give permission, but even so, children in years 4, 5 and 6 are often swapping and sharing heaven knows what, and sharing can become quite negative at times. And also, of course, phones can take over. So when I say TikTok, which is the idea I used for this, you can substitute that with Facebook, WhatsApp or whatever you want. You've only got one lifetime. Every second spent on TikTok is a moment that's gone forever. You can't rewind your ticking clock. When I walk to the school where I volunteer, I see lots of high school pupils walking along, and this was one I particularly saw. I saw a child walking along, living her life inside a machine. Nothing else mattered, not even life, unless it was shared on the tiny screen. And that, of course, set me off in a slightly more negative frame of mind, something I am prone to, which is why possibly one very perceptive Year 3 pupils once said to me, "Mr. Sturgis, why do a lot of your poems have shadows in them?" That boy will go far. When you're 10, you take life for granted. When you're 20, your life's moving on. When you're 30, a lot might have changed. When you're 40, you ask, where's the time gone? And of course, by now, I was deeply into the shadow region. Only two worlds really matter. Those inside and outside your head. Do what you can in the life that you have, because all too soon, you'll end up dead. So there you are. 15 ideas. Quite a few of them I'm turning into these, but not those last ones. Okay. So for now, that's your lot. Good night.